It's good. It's good.
I'm not good. It's been a long day,
And plus
but I'm
these
alright.
things are just giving us problems. But yeah, we're here.
As long as
About
creating,
to do our day.
as long as creating, my brother.
Another thing, man. Bless up for this meetup. Long time coming, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Long time coming.
Long awaited.
Long awaited.
Long awaited is the right phrase, yeah, because I think we first spoke when February,
Yeah, maybe February
yeah, like
after
early
that.
this year, yeah, yeah.
Which was the review for you in Scanshaw? What about Scanshaw? Where is he? Like, where's.
He's from Bumala in
Oh,
Middelburg,
so he's
yeah.
not a Josie cat, also.
Not even like I think the first time he came here was when I was introducing him to my family because he's closer to my mom from that side.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
just brought him this side so that he knows more. Mainly because his dad like played a role in my mom's life at some point. So there was a thing of just introducing him also to the side of my life because he only knows my life in Bumala. So I just brought him this side to let him peep what's going on.
That's fair. That's cool.
Yeah, but he's from Middleburg, 1050.
Shout out to Scanshaw also.
Shout out
Man.
1050.
He played a fucking huge part when it came to the
Sad boy hours.
Set Boy Hour.
Yeah.
And
Sad boy hours was
if
fire.
I didn't catch it right, man, he was the lead producer in the tape.
Lead producer, and he was the well, it's our joint together because he's also the other vocalist. If you can differentiate the two voices that you hear through every
I
song.
was about to ask you about
Yeah, the two voices. It's me and him. Vocally, he was there, and production. He's a super producer, bro. Like the Antonia Span.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I say Ntwana because of his age, Mara. I always call him Khotmani because of his abilities.
What he can do and how he
Yeah, how he can do, how he thinks. The only thing I don't like about the bro, and I always tell him, is that like he's comfortable with just being the creator. And I always tell him like, I think it's time we take the business further. You know, which he's still adjusting. Maybe I'm there and he's not there yet. But yeah, my boy, it's time.
It's time.
It's time. But he's a super producer. He's a fire ass producer.
That's
Fine.
facts. That's facts. As you know it, this is another month of media coverage. Here to bring you Mr. Qaution himself.
You know what it is.
Of Sad Boy Hours. He later on dropped on two other singles, Follow,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is probably
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite. Yeah,
Really?
I should come in like shows for most of the time actually. Follow it.
So you put you just put in your earphones, your headsets, and you
know, that's
how
You always
to.
like have to flow with it, you know.
Yeah. I'm glad you received it that well because that project, like that song, was there for like years.
Yeah.
I wrote that song. I was in Durban, and like it was a state that I was in. Like it was an emotion that I was carrying from December, and then I numbed it. And then it came back in January. I was still in Durban, so it literally I wrote a song without a beat, and then I did a voice note, sent it to Blueprints. Shout out Blueprints, Cancerville, and then Blueprints created a beat. If you listen to the chorus is very muddy.
Yeah, that's what. That's
Yeah, it sounds like a sample.
And
It was
actually,
the
funny
plan
enough,
to make it
that's
sound like
my-
a sample.
That's the part that I like.
For favorite, yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Because we deliberately tried to make it sound like a sample. Like as if I sampled another artist, but it's actually me, just on a voice note. And then the audio quality, we made it sound like distort. Yeah. And then he made a beat from that.
Also got a unique sound when it comes to like your mashups and your mixes.
Mm-hmm.
You did say before that you go from Kwaito to trap to hip hop to experimental music. So how does your sonic play actually develop, and how do you actually go about the whole creative process?
More than anything, it's a mood, bro. Like I chase a mood. Yeah, sometimes it's planned when we in album mode or when in project mode or mixtape mode. Because as of recent, like I've been working on mixtapes more than anything, and then only Sad Boy Ours was the official EP, right?
Yeah.
But it literally comes from the music that's been played around me that I experience on a day. Because the reason why I say experience, I feel like when someone creates a song, they put in their own emotions and whatnot. So you experience their emotions or you experience what they want to tell you. So the music that I experience influences a lot of what I do also.
Nice.
Yeah, so when I'm doing a reggae song, it's because Hotman opposite was a German. Tassi, Tassi was a German at some point in his life, and like I grew up hearing a lot of reggae because of him.
So it actually
So
played a part in like influencing you, the type of
yeah,
songs and music that you
type of songs. So when I'm on a Kwaito songs, because endlini abo ma uncle mabakhona kulo mcimbi, you know, Kwaito will end up playing somehow. Or the brews at the corner, Baba Plomi, Lama Hotmani, Kwaili Kali Kwaito, you know?
So would you say that you were influenced by many sounds than one?
Definitely. But one that made me feel like I deserve to take this as a purpose was hip hop. Like mainly the Young Money, Cash Money era, Lil Wayne, Kata Kata, Drake, and yeah. And then that threw me into the people who actually made me feel like this thing could be more than just sounding cool, which is like Epso, Childish Gambino, and them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
So
So
look,
do you start with a particular genre in mind, or do
when
you
I
let the
start
music like take over, like your creative process?
creative process, it will depend, bro. It will depend if in studio. Sometimes I'm at home, I don't have a beat, and then I write a song, and then it might end up sounding R&B ish. But initially, when I wrote it, maybe it was a sentimental song from a conscious rapper perspective, and then as you create it and you body it, it ends up being it ends up being R&B song because maybe I'm in my feelings a little bit too much. Then we end up changing the narrative from me speaking my mind or speaking what I'm feeling to what can I say, to actually changing the narrative and making it about a girl. Even though I know that I was venting, but now we're pushing the narrative to be, I let's make it sound like we're speaking about a girl. You know? And then the pen changes. So I can't say. It will depend on the mood. Sometimes I write in my head, I have a trap sound in my head when I'm writing, then we get to studio, niggas flip it. And it sounds better. And then obviously, if it sounds good, better than what I was imagining, we run with it. Unless it's whack, and then I'm like, no, Jets, I said I want it to sound like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But you also touched on the part of like being a perfectionist and really like doing things to the T,
To the T, yeah.
to the T, man. So would you say like it helps you in your creative process, or is it more like a way to like take much longer to really like finish your song?
I don't believe there's a duration to finish a song, bro. Like, writing, it's easy. I can finish a song in 10 minutes. But is it quality? You know what I mean? Is it quality? Is it, did I, what, what elements are missing? Because I could write chasing that specific feeling, but ignore other elements as I write. So honestly speaking, bro, like there's no duration. But me being a perfectionist is just quality. I believe in quality, and I'm very blessed to have people actually who actually make it easy for me to be a perfectionist. That we don't have to spend 6 weeks on one song.
How does your music really reflect the current times we're living in South Africa?
Because I'm a South African living in South Africa, I feel like it's relatable. You know, maybe the only challenge is I'm not too hectic on the neck, you know, but like on a subject matter scale, I feel like it's relatable in that sense. Like it'll make you understand, obviously, even if it's not the language that my South African people would appreciate it a lot, but like definitely relatable. As long as you can understand the language, it's relatable. And that's what I was telling you earlier, that I chase emotion more than anything when I make music, whether it's trap or whatever. Like the emotion that I'm feeling is easier to translate, and it's easier for the next person to catch. You get what I mean? So if I made a song, even if you don't understand the language, you understand the emotion because we're human. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I answered you, but
Yeah.
but that's the
Getting
chance.
it, getting it.
That's the chance.
So, as you said before, that you explore so many genres, man. What do you feel is the most common thread that ties all your work into that one sound?
Okay, as of lately, because we're not really working a lot with blueprints, he was the person that gave my sound an identity, which was the title of my first mixtape, called The Euthologist. You know?
Yeah, also, man,
Um,
tell the people where they can get the mixtape. Actually,
oh
because
no.
I have never gotten it also.
I'm gonna actually re-release the mixtape. We had to take it down because of contracts and distribution, whatever. I had to take it down, but there's a plan to re-release it with music videos, more music videos this time. As you guys know, like gang, those who follow my music, Gang Gang was the only music video in that project at the time, which was 20. It dropped 2019 October, the project, but Gang Gang dropped before that. So that tape is coming. That tape is coming. The Euthologist, I'm gonna re-release it again, and it's gonna be tied up in a better way. The visuals are gonna be better. The story will be better. Definitely, definitely.
So, in regards to the genre, man, which style of music do you feel like is most underappreciated in Africa today? And how do you incorporate that sound into your own sound?
That's crazy. Well, like recently,
Yeah.
when we talk about appreciation, because of the debate of hip hop is dead, hip hop is dead, I feel like right now they're not appreciating the efforts that the hip hop artists are putting out. Because if we put someone like Matlera, if you see hip hop is dead, Matlera wouldn't be where he is in rooms with sweet beats in them. You get what I mean? It will be a different chat. Like, I feel like people are not appreciating hip hop, and Amapiano, for example, as the new sound that is taking over the world. I feel like it also comes from sounds like hip hop and Kwaito. So how do you say hip hop is dead if people who are hopping on piano were hip hop artists?
Or in some way still have the same rhyme scheme.
Rhyme schemes, same pockets, whether it's Venek or not, but it's hip hop. Kwaito has an element of hip hop itself, or vice versa. So I just feel like people are not appreciating hip hop the way, like how great it is right now. Yeah, like right now. But if I take away like the current situation, I feel like the youth should listen to more jazz. Yeah,
I feel like that's
I'm new. I'm also new in that
yeah.
pocket, but I feel like the youth should listen to more jazz, bro. Like jazz is fire.
Because funny enough, man, I've been having like the same conversation with like other creatives not so long ago, talking about how jazz played a huge part in the code of our parents and how it made them see life in a certain way.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
we've sort of like missed in our current generation. And so, would you say like jazz is like the missing link to really like piece together like the harmony in our music, or is it just like
Well, I would say the soul.
in our music?
Yeah, not the harmony, but the soul. Like jazz has a soul, bro. Like jazz has soul. Like it's almost like classic music, if not the same. Because there was also like a chat I was having with my bros, and like like what do you mean classic music is not jazz? But like yes, they have the same elements, but it's not the same thing. You know what I mean? So it has soul, bro, and I feel like if people could tap into it, because there's still new types of jazz that are still being created, you know. I also like bump into random producers or people who make jazz, and as as a hip hop artist, I appreciate them more because they are people who are not as old as I am. Some are younger, some are older. So I appreciate it, bro. Like I appreciate it a lot. They were I appreciate it a lot, honestly speaking, bro. That there is just people who are creating it. Like a guy my age is creating jazz, bro, and like it makes me feel the same. Not really the same, but like almost the same as when I listen to like um people like Coltrane or like the OGs, man, like Kenny G and them. Like I just personally feel like we should tap in, even if it's not like the classic OG music, but we should tap in with the sound itself, and maybe we can grow like soulfully.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is the most unexpected source of inspiration you've ever drawn
The
from
most
music? The most unexpected source of inspiration you've drawn from when it comes to creating a music?
crazy, crazy, bro. I don't even know how to answer that, but like, for example, I don't know if this, but like, um, in high school there was like this brew called TWR, Tihu Raps, right? And I had already had the bug of music, right, in me. But this brew, dog, like his work ethic, like I didn't look at his bars and his work ethic. Like I drew the work ethic that I have in me from people like that. Like I would even be playing soccer, bro. And in my head, like what when I'm playing, like I feel like bro, when you're running, yeah, like breathe this way so that when you're on the mic you can perform, don't run out of your breath, your breathing technique. So like I would say it's life itself, but like I always want to take it to people, because without people around me I wouldn't experience life the way it is. So I do draw inspiration from life, small things like ukudlala edustini namachi titiski, yeah, but like it's the people, like that character. Why is that guy so serious? Isn't this just a friendly game? So even with me, when I'm just making a song, like I just feel like making a song, then I turn on that switch. Like, let me be serious. Let me go beast mode. There's no days off. Yeah, so like it's people like that put me on, bro. Like I feel those people, bro. So yeah, life itself.
Thanks.
The life itself.
So, can you possibly share a moment in your career that you felt like a breakthrough so far?
I've had a few. I've had a few. Maybe I'll share like two or three of them. So when we dropped Gang Gang, it so happened Omar Akwa and them
Yeah,
were
yeah.
peeping the rollout, and so we're on Unisa FM, and they called my bro Melo, because also Melo was working with Rap Life at the time, or was associated, if I'm not mistaken. So when they called and they're like, "Yo, this video is sick," like that felt like a breakthrough. That's just one of them, and then the other one was literally when my mom was like, "Yeah, my boy, keep at it." Like it's not the dream that we had together when you were growing up, but you're great at it. And her supporting me and my family supporting me, that was the biggest breakthrough for me, because I'm getting support directly from people who literally inspire me. Like like my mom's inspiration, or or my family rather, way of thinking, or who they are, inspires me a lot. Inspires me a lot, and like I looked up to them, not on some who is your number one role model type thing, but like as just people. So that felt like a breakthrough. And now they ask me, where are you gigging today? Where, oh, we have an interview. Sifuna ukulalela. That felt like a breakthrough because it was hard to make them understand. So it's a breakthrough for me. Yes, sir, Ski.
Let's stop. Upon your breakthroughs.
Yeah. So the other breakthrough is definitely like my rent. Like my family. Like having these people accept the fact that I'm doing music, or actually more than that, bro. Like my mom having to say, "Mtanami, like, Pina how yeah," like that validation, especially because it's a sound that she doesn't understand. So she didn't grow on that. She doesn't, to a point where even when I'm making a song, she could be in the room, or she could like help me get to a gig or whatever, like to my aunts and my siblings, okay, not siblings, my cousins, you know, ending up saying, "Yo, you have an interview. Kopo sendele link, papi, wa tla o mamela," like that is my biggest breakthrough because like the people I love having to support me and saying, go ahead, continue. We see you as the person that you wanna be in terms of the music. Because there's other things that I do, and it's easy for them to just say, music it won't work for you, wada wada. Look at what happens to artists. Artists are dying, But no, they've never said anything negative about the music towards me. Especially now, especially now because like bro, like I thought like it was gonna take a turn. I thought we were gonna, they were gonna tell me, Ntwana, this thing's not working. People are dying because of this thing. So it's a breakthrough for me personally. Like I appreciate it that my own family is there for me. It's my biggest breakthrough.
So, with that being said, now, if you could collaborate with any African music legend,
With any,
any African music legend, past or present,
yeah,
who would it be and why?
definitely Questa. Not being biased, but I grew on him. Like I grew on Questa. I grew on, like in a sense of me as an artist, I grew on them, not like me growing up, right? I grew on Questa, like he made me feel like in Panakukas you can make it, and like he's been so consistent with it, right? And then I'll definitely bring Mendoza onto the boat, mainly because of his energy. I'll definitely bring Kabelo Pugatu shoes onto the boat also. Camera was
Yeah,
yeah, I'll definitely bring Bugatti shoes onto the boat also, and like have him be a part of it, because I remember very well, vividly actually, where I was traveling with my mom, and I came to realize that like, yo, dude, we actually listened to this album religiously, and it was Booga Love. Yeah, it was Bugala. and that Polo Classic with the with the with the stereo in the booth. That the CD player was in the booth. So when you pick that specific album and refire, it was gonna play throughout the trip, unless you make a stop, then you have to go change it again. Otherwise, you're gonna listen to that album until it ends. So Booger Love, vividly, that thing, like I deserve to be on a song with that bro. Yeah, but those are the people that I think, yeah.
yeah, big part to you, man. I feel you.
Oh yeah.
So how do you balance staying true to yourself and your beats while also pushing the boundaries of music and sound play that you're actually exposed to in this scene?
Uh, By being myself to the music, like in a sense of, I don't try to be a Casper, to be a nasty, or Travis Scott or also like. I draw inspiration from those people, but I don't let them influence who I am or what I could be. You know, growing up, I used to get a bit offended when people would tell me, "Yo, you sound like on the song, you sound like." But I realized that the inspiration will have that impact, but me being able to still tell my story and not pretend like I am that person they say I'm sounding like, or choosing subject matters that that person only speaks about, then I know that I'm in the right track. So yeah, yeah, that's the only way like I separate it. But like I legit separate it by consistently being myself as a creator. Consistently, whether I'm inspired by Mang Mang, it doesn't matter for me.
That's crazy. That's actually deep right there. It's actually
Really, you think
powerful.
so?
It's actually powerful because a lot of people don't really like putting in that limelight. Because like you see the same example you're giving me, like, oh, you sound like this artist.
Yeah.
And some people just take it and be like, yeah, I'm the essay mama.
Yeah, yeah, I'm the
Downtown
AC
type shit.
Kendrick.
I'm an essay
Ah.
every day because of the sound where it has that type of like melodic sound. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
sound.
I see you.
So like it's also like it tarnishes their personality and tarnishes their image as a way
Yeah.
also.
I think it's not even necessarily, but when you say personality, I agree. Not necessarily the image, but the personality, because then the personality affects the image. Like in a sense of I'm a wild guy, and then all of a sudden I'm calm because the artist that I'm recently getting inspiration from is a cool gent who doesn't talk too much. Now I'm acting like I'm an introvert. I'm not an introvert. I'll probably walk in the room and be the loudest. You know what I mean? So I can be inspired by the chilled nigga or the chilled Han, but I'll still be myself. Yeah, I'll still be myself.
So, in regards for yourself and the music, where do you see the music? Where do you see the music evolving into in the next 5 to 10 years? Like, okay, let me just say, give me your 5 year plan. In
My
regards,
5 year plan.
like to grow your music and evolve it into something that is not yet to be seen, let's say yet.
Yeah, can I be honest? Recently I was battling my mind because I'm an overthinker. Like my mind was like, "Yo, Bana, we are tired. Let's forget it," you know. But it happens, as a creator because of circumstances. I'm also human. But I'm still going with the plans that I have. It's dropping all the tapes that we've been working with on. Like right now, I'm in a space of working ahead of my time. Like we're rolling out a project now, but I'm tying up another project in studio. You get what I mean? So there's two joint projects waiting to be released. A joint project with Enzo, my big dog. He's a producer, former rapper, but I made him hop on a few beats recently. And then there's more music videos coming out. Me and Goat, we're doing this series of shooting songs on iPhone. Yeah, and then there's I'm also like a marketing and events organizer, right? Curator. So I'm curating a lot of events recently. I'm working with a lot of restaurants, bringing in like that event type of vibe to their place. Of course, I'm gonna collaborate with my music side when I do that also. Like I will play my music or create experiences with these places where my music rollout will involve my music, my opportunity to work with that restaurant. You know what I mean? So there's a lot in the pipeline also. Potential deals and whatnot, but I can only speak on what I have. It's the music and the contracts that I recently signed as a as a marketer and events curator and organizer.
This project, any titles that has come up yet? Any sound that you've decided on?
The project is done, actually already submitted.
Yeah.
We're looking at the 13th of September, which is very soon. And the title of the project is When the Curtains Close. And it came from, like when you are an artist, like there's a lot that happens behind the curtains. Like in the sense of when you're home, when you're in studio, when you're on set, people can see the other side. They only see what the lens is showing them. You get what I mean? So I'm having those uncomfortable conversations. I'm seeing those uncomfortable things, and it also came from another point of view of if you feel like you didn't know me enough with the previous projects that I dropped, here's something just a bit deeper, not too hectic, just a bit deeper. Like, it's not deep in the sense of like, yo, my pen is bleeding in a crazy way, but like, it's deep in the sense of I'm showing you my interest in music, the different sounds that I can tap into. There's a house song on the project featuring ONE1, Our Never Ending. I was never ending, I mean. So, like, that project is basically me, like, saying, yo, bro, I'm human. The intro is called Spirit, and on the intro, you hear things that happen in and around me, right? Like there's a news reading that I use there where there's a heist happening and there's like people getting shot, like these are things that happen around me. So it's easy for me to say I'm a gangster, but no. On that very same song, I'm telling you like, yo, no, bro, I'm around these things, but I'm me. This is who I am, bro. Like, I'm a chill nigga, taking it day by day. Yeah, sometimes I can be a bit hardcore, but So yeah, When the Curtains Close is the title.
Yeah. Pour up another drink, roll up another spliff. I'm still rolling with the same niggas. I ain't switching teams. I swear my niggas on the brink. Look, we made it to the tip. If you faking, then we drop. Your loyalty still a thief. Hope you know that.